Welcome back, everyone. We're talking about sleep, and here's the book. Thank you for watching. Today's topic is something very interesting, and as I always say, these videos are for educational purposes only. Got to talk to your provider if there's more specific questions about your case, although I will try to answer questions in monthly videos. That being said, what are we talking about today? Very interesting topic known as Sexsomnia, okay, as you can tell by the title. Sexsomnia. What is that? Well, as part of this series of videos of parasomnias, right, which are strange behaviors that happen either as somebody's going to sleep or as they're waking up in the middle of the night, sexsomnia is one of those. And what that is basically what it sounds like. This is sleep-related sexual activity, okay? The way I view it, the way I explain it to patients is it's kind of like a form of sleepwalking, right? So just like sleep eating is, sleep talking, right? These are situations where the person is doing things, they're not aware of it, okay, which is important. They're not aware of it, and they're not necessarily acting out some, deep-seated stuff. It's more just the body is going into automatic behaviors, okay? So if somebody's sleep eating, right, they get up to go to the refrigerator, take out food. None of those things really require thought. You don't have to think, where's my refrigerator? How do I open it up? How do I rip open this bag of stuff? You just do it, right? Your parietal lobes here have those things kind of ingrained into it, right? So it's automatic. Sexual activity can be the same thing. Now, these can be either just solo activities, right? So masturbation, pelvic thrusting, that kind of stuff, or it can be actually essentially assaulting, quote unquote, the bed partner, okay? And as you can imagine with something like this, there are tremendous forensic implications, okay? And a lot of people have actually, not a lot, but there have been reports where sleep specialists like myself have been called into court for these kind of reasons, where somebody has accused a bed partner of essentially sexually assaulting them, and then the sleep specialist was called to kind of talk about this and, see if there's anything, any inkling there as to whether or not this is something which is legitimate or not. So with all these types of conditions, right, sleepwalking, sleep talking, sexsomnia, it's a lot of times you're not going to find anything wrong, right, on a sleep test, for example, but sometimes you can, right? So somebody has like a condition that will objectively cause them to have disrupted sleep. Like I always talk about sleep apnea, or if somebody has, let's say, leg movements throughout the night. Anything that's going to preempt or cause a situation where the brain is going into lighter sleep or even waking up, that can precipitate some of these events. Okay, same thing as if somebody is under a lot of stress, if somebody has an irregular sleep schedule, if somebody has, let's say, a fever or a cold. These are things that you see in children, for example, right? Kids have a fever, you may see more sleepwalking in that situation. Sleepwalking is very common in children. You can watch that video on that. Same kind of thing with something like sexsomnia, right? Any kind of stressor on the body or the brain can bring this on in somebody who's predisposed to it. Okay. Now, just like sleepwalking and sleep talking, right? These are things that definitely should be investigated. Okay, as sexsomnia is the same thing, but a lot of times, patients will not bring this up to doctors because they're embarrassed or they don't want to, people to view them as a whatever. But it's important if you're out there, somebody who has it, or you experience it yourself, or somebody's told you that you do it. Look, if it happens once and you've been married for 30 years and your bed partner just remember that one time and it's not a big deal, then fine. But if it's something that happens regularly, or you've had several bed partners say this, or it's happened just once but you're distressed about it, it pays to look into it. And fortunately we have sleep specialists, so this is definitely something you want to talk to your either primary care doctor about or a sleep specialist, because again, there's not like a medication that I can say necessarily this will make this all go away, But if there is an underlying problem there and we take care of it, there's a good chance this will get better. Okay, and actually there are medications that people can take if it's something which is a regular occurrence. So don't be embarrassed. Talk to your doctor about it or your provider. Get it looked into, okay? Because you don't want to be in a situation where, there's, God forbid, something forensic, some kind of an illegal activity, okay? So, what else do I want to say about this? Well, I mean, it's the other side of things, right? Is this is a real condition, but the other side of things is you don't want to be, privy to somebody who just says, "Oh, I have this condition, and therefore I'm excused for anything I do in the middle of the night." That's not right either. Okay, so again, this is kind of an uncomfortable topic for some people, but you definitely want to look into this if this has happened before, or from both a bed partner and the patient themselves. If this has happened before and it makes either one uncomfortable, look into it. Okay? So that's today's video. Again, this is for educational purposes only. I don't want anybody to look at this and say, "Oh, this is this is legal evidence or anything like that." No. This is just for interest and to get people to think. Okay? Please like this video. Please share it with somebody who may benefit from this, from hearing this. If you have a question, please leave it in the comment section. I will answer all of them. And please like this video and please subscribe to the channel. All right. Until next time, everybody, sleep well.